Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have here an article from Florida, from a school district where they voted 8-1 not to have a LGBTQ month in the month of October. And they should not teach some Supreme Court cases in a 12th grade curriculum. And we have a little problem here because certain people think in a certain way, other people think differently. So how can we have tranquility and happiness and understanding, tolerance? So this article comes from Miami Herald from September 7th, 2022. And this is the title: After debate, citing indoctrination and Nazi, Miami-Dade, the ADE, school board rejects LGBTQ month. So it says here that I already skimmed through this article, and it's about 1,000 pages long. So I'm just going to pick a few things and I'm going to discuss them. The vote was 8-1, with board member Lucia something who preferred the item, the only one voting for the measure. So 8 said no month, 1 said yes. So the vote brought out droves of parents, teachers and students, along with contingent of other individuals. And it says here that the Miami-Dade School Board voted late Wednesday evening to slap down a measure recognizing October as Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender and Queer History Month, and teaching 12th graders about 2 landmark Supreme Court cases impacting the LGBTQ community. Well, the thing is, they mention here other months that the school district recognizes many months throughout the school year to teach students about history, whether it be about Hispanic heritage, Black history or women's history. October is National LGBTQ History Month. All right, well, the thing is this, I think we know there's obviously only 12 months in a year. And if you already have this history month and this history month and this history month, you will have to fill the 12 brackets. And while you do that, obviously you will leave out other groups and other issues. For instance, as important as LGBTQ issues are or is for a group of people, there are some other groups that could claim also that they are more, entitled to have a month. And then when you have all these groups, then you run out of months. And then what? I personally think that this should not be done, celebrating a month for an issue. Why? Or whatever you want to call it. Because there are too many issues and not enough months. And why I'm saying this is, let's say, the LGBTQ issue. Once a month is determined for an issue, it's going to be impossible to change it. Even then, some new issues will come. What are you going to do? Are you going to take the Black History Month out and you're going to put something else in its slot? Or you take the LGBTQ and you're going to put the Little People History Month? You're going to replace it? Because if you think about LGBTQ, what do you think about it? About victimhood? About being persecuted? What is the celebration? If that's the point, then okay. Then we talk about immigrants. I think immigrants' discrimination in this country was longer and higher or stronger, how should I put it, more powerful than many other issues that could be raised. So I don't see any, let's say we got Immigrant Month, Immigrant History Month. I don't see, for instance, the Chinese or Asian, I would say Chinese workers on the railway, right? Remember in the 19th century? Why don't you put them over there? You're gonna get that month. So you get that month, you get the immigrants. Okay, we're gonna put the Irish American because they were also discriminated. Italian Americans, they were discriminated. You're gonna put that month, all right? And then what else can you put? You can think of many other things that happen. You can put the Japanese because they were in internal camp, right? Internment camps. And then you have the Germans. In the Second World War, the same thing happened. In Michigan, I know they were quarantined, so again, their rights were infringed. And then you take what? If you made a Women's History Month, you can make a man. And then you can make a queer, and then you can make a transgender female, and you make a transgender man. So you run out of these things. Then you can get the, let's say, the little people. And then you can take the fat people. And then you can take, for instance, why you stop only here. You make some global issues, like, for instance, why only groups? Why not values? Why do you just celebrate only groups in a society? Why don't you say, no man, this is the American month? Why not this is the Freedom Month? Why not you say this is the Founding Fathers Month? Why do you celebrate this kind of things but not other kind of things? Like, for instance, I don't know, Victory Month or Love and Happiness Month. You see, there are so many issues that could be, or let's say Science Month or Tolerance Month. Why do you can go with values, not only with groups? So you see this thing, and then each group and each thing, its value has its supporters, which are, you can make it global. Like, who doesn't love freedom? Freedom Month. I think that supersedes any other month, a Freedom Month. Who doesn't? Or love. That's more important than every other group, every other little month and issue, if you say Love Month, right? Or, you can do a lot of things. But this, when people try to get months in the slot of 12, you're going to leave out other groups. And then you're going to have, let's say, within groups, you're going to have things. Let's say you have transgender and homosexuality. They're not really friends. I mean, you can watch Murray, not Charles Murray, right? And you can watch Glenn Greenwald, and they are homosexuals, and see what they say about the issue between homosexuals and transgender, and see how friends they are. So there's a lot of So then, if you put these guys in a group, you exclude other groups, and you're supposed to be tolerant and celebrate what? What's the percentage? I mean, why don't you have a Native American month? You see how many groups you leave to the side, and you can't put them all, but you have to. So that's why I would say you should not have any month, because if you have a month, how deserving that would be for the cause or the idea, you will leave out other important issues that could be months. It's very dangerous, I would say, and because not everyone agrees with that month, for instance, with any month that we mention here. You can have, let's say, misogynists, you can have sexists that don't disagree with that, you can have this and that. I mean, let's say I'm an Asian, I'm an immigrant. Why is no month for immigrants? Why not? We were discriminated, right? I mean, if we go by the victimhood thing, I mean, I deserve one, all right? It's many ways. We can go to this month with people with disabilities, and you can divide it in two: mental disabilities and physical disabilities. Give them a month. They were victims, they're hurt, they have a hard life, right? If we go by pain. But why do we go only by pain and not by achievements? Why don't we go by achievements? Only, this kind of things. As I said, founding fathers, Renaissance, make the Renaissance. Why not? That was fantastic. And I can think of many other ones, but you know what I mean. So I think it's intolerant to request and not request, because it's not a request actually. It's like if you don't do it, you're a bad guy. To have certain kind of things when you ignore other things that are possibly more important or as important as your issue. And then you ask everybody else to be tolerant. But, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.